This video is going to be very important for you because in this video we will discuss about different type of pipe fittings that are commonly used in piping. So let's begin. We will start with the pipe elbow. From this image you can very easily observe that pipe elbows are used to change the direction, or you can say modify the direction of the pipe, right? And most common types of elbows are 90-degree elbows and 45-degree elbows. We will see them in our next slide. And in terms of radius, mostly short radius elbows and long radius elbows are used. From this image, you can clearly observe the difference between 90-degree elbow and 45-degree elbow. The 90-degree elbow shifts the direction of pipe by 90 degrees, and 45-degree elbow shift the direction of the pipe by 45 degrees. In short radius elbow, the radius equals to its nominal pipe size. In short radius elbow, the radius is equal to pipe diameter. Here you can see it's written NPS. It means that the radius of the elbow is equal to its diameter. That's why it's written here 1 multiplied by D. Here D means the diameter. Short radius elbows causes a lot of pressure drop because of its radius. It causes a lot of restriction in the flow of liquid. That's why short radius elbows are mostly used in very low pressure pipelines. In long radius elbows, the radius is quite larger, or we can say 1.5 multiplied by its nominal pipe size. That causes the flow of the liquid much more smoother, and that's the reason that the long radius elbows are mostly used on high pressure pipe system. Pipe bends. Pipe bends have much more larger radius than the normal elbows. Three times its diameter or five times its diameter, and that is the reason they are used on very high pressure pipelines, because they have minimal pressure drop and they cause smooth flow of fluid. Miter bend. In this image, you can clearly observe that miter bends come in 2, 3, or 5 parts, and they are only used on low pressure pipelines. 180-degree elbow. They are also called as returns. In this image you can see they have 180 degree. They comes in both short radius and long radius as well, depending on the application, and they are mostly used in heat exchangers and heating coils. Pipe T. Pipe T has three sides. One side is for inlet and two sides are for outlet. Pipe T receives the fluid from the inlet side and it equally distributes the fluid into different sides. So pipe T is commonly used to distribute the fluid in two different directions. Pipe T comes in two different types, straight T and reducing T. In this image, you can clearly see that all the sides of the T have equal diameter. This is called as straight T, but in this case, the run side of the T is different than its branches. That's why it's called as reducing T. Barred T. In this image, you can clearly see there is a barrier, or you can say a restriction there in the pipe inlet, and this is why it is called as barred T. It is mostly used for the maintenance purpose. YT, or they are also called as lateral. They are similar to the normal T's with the difference that it has the branch at 45-degree angle, and that actually lowers the turbulent flow or friction in the fluid, and they are used in high pressure pipelines where the flow of the water needs to be very smooth. Pipe cross. Pipe cross have four-way pipe fittings where one is inlet and three is for outlet pipes. They are not commonly used because they call excess pressure drop due to turbulent flows and unequal flows and limited space problems. Pipe reducer. In pipeline, if we need to increase the pipe diameter or decrease the pipe diameter, then we use pipe reducer. Pipe reducer has two types: eccentric pipe reducer and concentric pipe reducer. In this image, you can see there is a concentric reducer and an eccentric reducer. In the diagram below, you can see the difference between them. The only difference exists is the center line. The center line is shifted in eccentric reducer, and that's why the concentric reducer is used to keep the center line of the pipe constant, whereas eccentric reducer is used to maintain the pipe's exterior surface as same. Exterior surface means the bottom line. Here you can see this bottom line, and we have an offset in this eccentric reducer, and the formula is written: large inner diameter minus small inner diameter divided by 2. This is the formula for the offset for eccentric pipe reducer. Caps and plugs. And this right here is the cap and this is the plug. Both have the same purpose in the pipeline. They are commonly used for two different purposes: either to block the pipeline, or they are also used for the future connections in pipelines. The plugs are fitted inside the pipe and caps are fitted outside the pipe via threads. Piping union. Piping union is used for maintenance purposes, or you can say it is used where pipe dismantling is required, and they are alternative of flange connections, and they are used in very low pressure pipelines because in high pressure pipeline they call leakages, and they are used in small diameter pipelines. They are not used in larger diameter pipelines, and they are available in both threaded form or socket weld ends. Piping union has three parts: male end, female end, and the nut. Valves. Valves are used to control the flow of fluid in a given pipeline. Based on control, we have three different types of valves: throttling, or you can say regulating, isolation, and non return type. I have covered a detailed video on valves. I will give the link in the description. Adapters. In this image, you can see the adapter. One side is male and the other side is female, and they are used to change connection type, like male to female adapter or vice versa, right? They are also used to reduce or enlarge the size of the pipe, and mostly they are used for repair and maintenance purpose. Flanges. Flanges are used to connect different type of piping equipment like pipes, pumps, valves, etc., right? And if we have to do some inspection work or cleaning work, we always open the flanges. So they come with the flexibility of inspection, and they are connected with pipes via welding or threading, and then we used to tight the bolts in order to complete the connection. Pipe coupling. In this image, you can see a pipe coupling, and it is used to connect two different pipes. Pipe coupling has three types: full coupling, half coupling, and reducing coupling. Here is the difference between them. Full coupling is used to connect two different pipes. Half coupling is used to connect only one pipe, and reducing coupling has two different pipe diameters and they are used to connect two different pipes. And they are similar to reducer, right? Pipe nipple. Pipe nipples are very common piping equipment. They have threads on both ends, and they are used to join different fittings. They are used in low pressure pipelines. Stub end. Stub end is used with a lap joint flange. Here in this image you can see the flange and the stub end. The flange can freely travel over the stub end. So these are the most common types of pipe fittings that are mostly used in piping. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.